Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Derek Perniciglio from the Derek Perniciglio Show, here with Chris Williams, former show guest. You haven't been on the show in about a year. We were talking about the Smart Modified Tour, but this year you guys have just blown up. You've had 4 great races right out of the gate. What does that say for the rest of the season?
Well, it shows a lot. We have a lot of potential. We say it all the time that we have about 18 cars that can win in our series. Last week we had 25 cars that can win in the series, and so seeing 3 new faces, sitting here at Tech after this race today just shows a lot about the competition and, the platform we're trying to put together. I mean, I learned a lot last week because we had a few cars not show up because they weren't ready to race after the King of the Modifieds. And so next year I'm going to have to check it and put a week off after the King of the Modifieds. But look, you're never satisfied, right? You listen to, competitors, you listen to your drivers. There's a lot of momentum. They're having fun, which is what you want to hear. They want to hang out after the race and they want to talk racing. And so, that's a good thing for all of us, but we've got room for improvement.
That was what I was going to ask you, because you just jumped into this too, being a series director, owner, overseeing a lot of stuff. What are some of the things that you've learned doing this for the first time, and what are some of the things that we can expect to see out of the Smart Modified Tour as the year goes on?
Well, first of all, you can't please a competitor. You can't please a driver. Sometimes you can't please the fan, right? What pleases the fan is a good race, right? And so what you want to do is just put a platform together and listen. The one thing I learned back in the NASCAR days with all the drivers and representing them is they have a voice, and they have a voice because they want to see a change or they want to see something happen. And so you have to really apply it once they come and talk to you about it and don't disregard it. And that's the one thing that we've done over these last 3.5 years. As far as the future, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I see us having a few more big events. I don't think the one King of the Modified will probably sit as the only thing that we do going forward. Pace O Matic, Dominion, a lot of people enjoyed it so much last week. And the fans have just been outpouring and sending me messages and on our Facebook and everything else that they loved it. So if they love it, let's give them what they want, And so let's go put on a couple more big shows. So, the future's good. And I'm not saying I give myself an A, because it's really everybody around me that really does it. It's a lot of people behind the scene that really elevates what we do. Really, I'm not that smart, but I do like to have fun.
Well, we got to have you back on the show sometimes to catch back up and tell us all the new stuff that's going on with the Smart Modified Tour. You had 4 races back to back to back. Obviously, you have great equipment here throughout the pit area. As far as the season goes, how will you mold the season between the guys that race here and at Bowman Gray?
Yeah, look, I just kind of stay away from Bowman Gray a little bit. I mean, it's a legacy of its own, and I've respected it. I've raced there myself. I know what it takes those guys every week, because we'd have to go thrash on Wednesday and Thursday and Friday to get back to the track. And, there's 70-some years of great history there, and, legends are built there. And there's some of our legends and some of our racers' dads and uncles and things of that nature. So I stay away from it just because I appreciate what they've done over there for so long. And I got to do it, hold the steering wheel and turn a few laps, so I got to be a part of it. And so, look, at the end of the day, we might run a Friday night here and there in the future, but we'll stay away from that Saturday stuff. I mean, I know it puts a kind of a crink in our deal with Easter, weekend running we normally have, but the crowd was good. The track's very happy with the crowd they got, and it's the first time we tried it. So, we're not scared to try something. Sometimes it's not good. Sometimes we, go back and punt, but I'm going to stay away from the Bowman Gray stuff for right now. And, we're 3.5 years in. You never know what next year holds, but that's the card that'll be dealt, and we'll play our hand.
Well, he may be 3 years into this, but the series is making huge strides. The Smart Modified Tour really becoming very popular here in the Southeast, and it's really because of this guy, Chris Williams.